Hello and welcome, I'm SimUK, and it is my goal to provide to you the most honest, fact-based critical reviews on YouTube. If you find this review helpful, then please hit that like button, subscribe, and help to support the channel by donating via the links below. Thank you so much, and enjoy the review. Hello guys, welcome, I'm SimUK. Port Royale 4 is releasing in just a couple of days, and in order to get you up and running quickly, I have thrown together my top 10 tips for you. Now, I'm about 14-15 hours into the game, so I know a thing or two. Let's start with trading. When you start out, just start out by creating a few small routes between some fairly local cities. Don't try getting too technical at the start, just let Port Royale 4 automatically handle all the trades to start with. You will need to get more involved later on and make sure that you name your routes and your ships in a way that quickly helps you remember exactly what they're doing. Tip 2. Only unlock cities that produce goods that you are currently looking for but don't already have access to. The benefit of this means that you can eventually build your own businesses there, and that will make you a lot more cash in the long run. Tip 3. Having no crew aboard your ship does make them slower, but also massively cheaper to run. So, the question you need to ask yourself is, would you rather be fast and poor, or slow and rich? There is a caveat to this tip though. Your battleships without crew are incredibly easy picking. If there are pirates about, you are just going to have to stomach the cost of having crew on board your ships, because if you get attacked with no crew on your ships, you've got big problems.
Greetings.
Do not use any of your fame award points until you actually need to use them. Certainly don't even consider buying any captains to start with. Wait until you have a pirate infestation to deal with, and then, and only then, grab yourself a single captain. Remember that captain skill points relate to how many ships they can have under their command, or how many big ships they can have under their command. So any naval-based combat units will require at least one skill point from your captain. So if your captain has a skill point set of 4, then they'll be able to control 4 ships under their command. If, however, you're trying to use a ship of the line, that will require you to use 2 skill points. Now, along the shoreline, you can find a lot of little missions and stuff. If you find one that isn't related to any town, definitely go check them out. I went to pick up this guy who was sat there, and he provided my captain with additional skill points, which boosted her from a 4 to an 8. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Fame award points really are quite hard to come by, especially at first, and they are essential for unlocking certain things that are required to enable you to complete the tasks on offer. A quick and easy way to obtain additional fame points is to complete mini tasks around the island towns. Now, this isn't going to work at all well if you're using the automated trade solutions. You will have to get involved. Pick a ship, then source and locate areas where you can get access to the required goods, and then collect and deliver them yourself. It is by far the quickest and most effective way of gaining additional fame points. And do prioritize fame earning points. Cities like Maracaibo is the hub for everything in this game, and getting in good with Maracaibo early will definitely help you out financially, militarily, and geographically later. Convoys are better than single ships for some things, but not all things. If you have a local supply and you're basically running a demand distribution trade route setup, then having a few small ships running this will ensure profit on a daily basis. For bigger orders though, like those demanded by Maracaibo, you should consider single dedicated ships which will completely fill their cargo with a single product. On the return leg, you can always pick up whatever you like, but just make sure that you sell it all and totally empty your cargo at your starting point. This can have a lot of additional benefits as well, but I'll let you figure that out yourself. People transportation is a huge pain in the backside. There is no way at the moment to automate it, and even more frustratingly, when tasked with transporting 1,000 workers from Maracaibo to neighbouring cities, you have to do it manually. I recommend that you create a trade route between Maracaibo and one of your other cities, but feel free to cancel it frequently so that you can still trade and make cash, but won't accidentally forget to load or offload the passengers. Now, the most important thing to remember is that when you're transporting these passengers, they are effectively working on your ships and you are paying them, and it's very, very expensive. So if you accidentally forget to offload them, you will be paying them so much money that you might actually have some financial problems as a result. Now, there's a bit of a potential cheat at the port, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm recommending to you just in case. When you go to a port like Maracaibo and collect the maximum number of sailors you can, it is at this point that the count increases. So my advice to you is sail around a little bit, then kick them off the boat back at Maracaibo and pick them up again. You don't actually need to drop them off anywhere, so this very long, demanding mission can be achieved very, very quickly. If that doesn't work anymore, if they fix that little cheat, I suppose you could call it, then just spend 10,000 to unlock the nearest city and drop them off there. It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Word of your wise leadership is spreading. The workers are bringing their families.
Now, when you do pick a captain, pick your captain wisely. Having a captain is essential when you want battleships, but the difference between the right captain and the wrong captain is enormous. Speed increases are beneficial for attacking ships and trading ships alike, but other perks will suit either combat or trade ships better. So make sure that you hire the right captain who can provide you with the best improvements. Don't just grab the first one you see, because you could live to regret it. And also, don't worry about getting involved in battles with your captain. Even if you lose and you lose all hands on deck and all of your ships, you will still keep your captain. Personally, I wish that wasn't the case, but that's the way it is. Growing cities is a major part of Port Royale 4, but growing too quickly can cause you a few problems. If you grow too quickly, you could find that the dreaded plague will take hold much quicker and much stronger than you can possibly imagine. If a city is growing quicker than you can actively cope with, then you might just want to shut down some of your businesses until you have the plague under control. And enough accommodation for the workers and their families is always a good idea too. Now, combat is fun. It's probably the funnest thing in the whole game, but without proper tactics, you're likely going to get very, very wet. So make sure that you know your strategy and your captain's skill set before you even engage. Weakening stronger enemy units with the canister shots and then boarding them is a good tactic, especially when combined with the reload perk. It will ensure that you get to keep the ship and any goods on board as well, and it's how I obtained my first ship of the line. So that should be enough to get you up and running straight away, and should you have any further questions or want to know more, just let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much, enjoy and happy sailing. And one kind of final bonus tip for all of you out there, just to help you out. If you have already set up a profitable business, let's say you're making £500 a day, then that's okay. You can do a lot with that. But if you're struggling to keep on top of things, then just go make yourself a cup of tea and come back 15-20 minutes later, and that £500 will have evolved into something much, much bigger. Probably not a good idea to do this when there are pirates around, but in safe times, this is a good way to help you just get on top of the financial hurdle that this game has in it.
The Buccaneer is gone, and we will not miss his strange British humor. Now you can once again devote yourself entirely to our sacred colony.